Ahoy, ahoy, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Ramble on Reactions. Sitting right over there is clever Eric Mahler.
Sitting next to me, as always, is handsome Dan Nye.
And regardless of how animated, or how excited, or how jovial we may be, neither one of us is imaginary.
No, we are for real.
We are real people. Right. You know who is not imaginary? Hitler.
That's right.
You know who is imaginary in the movie we're going to discuss? Hitler. So, you saw Jojo Rabbit.
I did see Jojo Rabbit.
Is it Jojo Rabbit or Jojo Rabbit?
Jojo Rabbit.
Okay. So yeah, what's this movie about?
Well, you want to hear what this is all furor about? Boom!
Oh, there were some.
I got two more.
I was gonna say there were some puns yesterday that, like, if someone were to search Google with your name, and
right.
Facebook statuses came up.
I know it ain't right.
Gee, we only have one more.
One more.
You only have to. If you still haven't clicked off of the review at this point, there's only one more of those.
Yeah, that's right. But Jojo Rabbit is a movie written and directed by Taika Waititi based on a novel called Cajun Skies.
Okay.
It follows young Jojo, who's a 10-year-old during the dying days of World War II. He goes off to the Nazi youth camp.
Oh boy.
And then events happen which cause him to come back home. And then when he comes home, he discovers that his mother is hiding a Jewish girl in the house.
Who's his mom?
Scarlett Johansson.
Got it.
ScarJo.
ScarJo's
the mother of Jojo. Did not see that coming.
Got it. All right. Well.
3 out of 3.
Okay. Well, now that everyone's officially clicked off the review,
that's right. So that's an insane event. That's when Jojo has to decide what's important to him: his pride in his country or keeping his family together, because he knows what would happen if he tells on his mom.
Yeah, we're doing the indie reviews this week. I just realized.
Nice.
So, those are your dilemmas in JoJo. That's
the basic plot, right?
ScarJo's his mom. I know there are go through some of the other highlights of as far as actors.
Sam Rockwell as a Nazi captain.
Okay.
He's in charge of the camp because he gets injured in a fight, so he has to do something for the fatherland.
Go on.
You have Rebel Wilson as the main spokeswoman, more or less, you could say.
Do you like her in this movie?
Oh, yeah, she's fantastic.
Okay,
here's the thing. There's not a miss in the casting in this.
I also know Stephen Merchant is in there somewhere.
Yep. He's the head of the Gestapo in the town.
Okay.
And he's hilarious during his scenes.
Good. Well, awesome. I love Stephen Merchant. And then is Taika Waititi the last big name you would know of interest? Who obviously played Hitler.
He plays Hitler. Does a fantastic job as Hitler.
As an imaginary friend Hitler.
That's right.
Okay, so
if everyone was to play imaginary friend Hitler, you want it to be Taika Waititi.
You want a New Zealander, a Kiwi Jew.
That's right, as he calls himself.
Yeah. So give us a little bit of highlights. Like, what did you really dig about this movie?
What I really dig was the overall story. I mean, Taika Waititi, the trailer makes you think you're going to see this hysterical comedy. No, it's dark comedy because subject material, but he keeps you interested. He's able to include suspense, drama, all this, but he still has, moments where you're laughing. There's a lot of scenes where I was laughing nonstop in the theater. Also, I really liked the lead kid who plays Jojo. I also like his best friend, because the two of them look like 10-year-old Nick Frost and Simon Pegg to me, which I loved. I loved it. I was just like,
I wish we could have got like a flash forward of that. That would have been cool.
I was like, oh, look at them.
You're so cute.
Them.
All right. More highlights? Any?
More highlights.
Written, directed. Anything about the score?
The score's fine.
It's there.
Well, also what I really like, the opening sequence is like they play the Beatles, I Want to Hold Your Hand in German, and it's the same time they show rallies for Hitler to let you really see how big he was back then. Just for all you youth out there who don't fully understand how huge Hitler was in the 1940s.
Parallels, cough.
What parallel?
Fascism is bad.
What?
Well, no, we hear it. We take a bold stance.
Right, bold stance. We say no to fascism.
No Hitler, bad.
Go to your corner.
As the Vandals once said, Nazis and Hitler's bad, Vandals good.
That's right.
So are there any negatives about this film?
I mean, there's nitpicking. I mean,
anything worth mentioning?
I mean, there's like it's a Hollywood film, so you have to deal with the fact that, they try to portray, there's some good Nazis as well. You get that with every film, there's a slavery film. Oh, there was the good slave owner, even though the fact they owned human beings, which is bad. Like, they try to give you a little gray ground, even though it's one of those things where it should be clearly black and white.
Sure.
But no, that had a lot of negatives. The third act, the turn, whew, knocked me on my butt.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was not emotionally prepared for it.
Good old butt knocking.
That's right. Because what this film's the main lesson that you get from it is you learn to laugh at what you fear, and you eventually learn to love what you fear, and then what you end up loving the most could have been the thing that you should fear the most. There's some layers there that I love. Great cast. It's under 2 hours, I believe. So I mean, easy to watch.
Lovely. Grade it.
A.
Oh,
Solid A.
Fantastic.
I highly recommend this film.
I did not see that coming.
You did it. You did it yourself.
I lied. I did see that coming. I just wanted to use a pun.
Hey, you're not. Hey, when you're right, you're right.
There are only so many. Now we're just reusing them. I think we should.
I know. There's only three.
There's
really
only three decent ones.
That's right.
We could dig deeper, but
I mean, this is a film that was like made for people like my dad. Like he made me watch. He made me watch Mel Brooks films when I was a kid. Like I was forced.
Yeah, right. Poor you.
Yeah, poor me. I had to watch Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles. Oh shucks.
Terrible.
I know. There's my family drama right there. My dark, tragic backstory. I had to watch To Be or Not to Be.
Good movies.
But I highly recommend this film. It's going to be on the top 10 at the end of the year. Like I said, the people who... I know there's people out there who aren't a fan of it. And I think part of it is just because you don't... It's just because the joke and the humor does fly over people's head because they don't. It's like it's Hitler. You can't make jokes at Hitler. I was like, that's the point. You're supposed to use comedy to bring down what you fear, and people who are up at the top, you need to bring them down.
I think you can make jokes about Hitler. Why not?
That's right. That's why I hated the Minions movie.
All right. So Jojo Rabbit. That was a movie. Eric really enjoyed it.
It's a rabbit.
Yeah. Ooh, shadow puppets. You can almost get it with the lighting we have in here.
Almost.
Almost. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those fun things. Clever Eric Mahler.
Handsome Dan Nye.
And stick around. We got another review coming your way.
We do.
Ramble on.
Or multiple. If this is your first time ever watching this.
It's true. Click through. We got tons of stuff.
All of them.
Ahoy, ahoy.